inside the bus at all times. We go through a bunch of small areas, make sure that everybody makes it back nice and safe for today. I'll tell you about how to do the tour. The very first part of the tour, we are going to do ranch history. The middle part, do the movies, TV shows, videos, different things that film here or have filmed here in the past. And on the way back, we'll do a mixture of everything. Movies, TV shows, ranch history, Hawaiian history. So we're going to cover a lot of different information on the tour here. There are 2 scheduled stops for you guys to get off the bus and take pictures. One is going to be in our beautiful Northern Valley at the Jurassic Park filming location. Our first stop, about 10 minutes up the road at our World War II bunker. But as I go through some of these areas, I'll do my best to pause. If you guys want to try to snap some photos outside of the windows, you guys are more than welcome to do that. As I make my way through here in the bottom parking lot, look to your left, behind our building, spot the top mountain that's up there. That's where we get our name, Kualoa. In the Hawaiian language, Kualoa means long back. So you look at that ridgeline up there, some people think it resembles the back of a giant lizard. The left-hand corner, that is the tallest peak on the front part of the ranch. The name of that is Kanehoalani. It's about 1,900 feet at the very top. Now, all the property here in front, originally owned by King Kamehameha III. In 1828, Dr. Garrett Judd came here from Massachusetts to provide medical care for the Hawaiian people. He actually settled in Hawaii, renounced his U.S. citizenship, and became a loyal subject of the Hawaiian king. Dr. Judd became such a trusted advisor that in 1850, the king sold him the first part of the property here, approximately 622 acres, for $1,300. So everything in front of this mountain here was up for $1,300. Now, shortly after purchasing the land, his son, Charles Hastings Judd, came here, planted sugarcane at the front part of the ranch. Sugar only lasted from 1863 to about 1870. You can believe it, enough rain, enough water here in the front part of the ranch. Also, the salt in the soil from being close to the ocean here made it not good for growing sugarcane. See the rocks that are in there? The rocks that are taken from the sugar mill were taken from the mountains above us. They went across the street. They took the coral. They crushed that coral up. They made a mortar mix out of it. That's what kind of held the whole sugar mill together. If you're a little bit closer, inside the right mortar mix, there's still shells and rocks and different things that were taken from across the street. Now we're going to fast forward a few years here to December 7th, 1941. That is when the Japanese Imperial Navy attacked Pearl Harbor. Shortly after that, U.S. military came to the ranch, took over quite a bit of the property. They used this area here for coastal artillery. Now the front part of the ranch where we're driving right now, you know, it's all pretty flat area. This is all used as a landing strip for the P-38 Lightning. The P-38 that was here only saw action one time in the war. That was for the Battle of Midway. Other than that, they just sat here and protected Hawaiian Islands. Now when that P-38 left Kualoa to fly to Midway, it was said they only had enough fuel to make it to Midway, drop their bombs, and then come straight back to the ranch. When the planes landed, they didn't land on just the dirt or the grass. It was about 6,500 feet of a metal runway that was laid down for those planes to land on. In fact, when people drove out from Honolulu during World War II, they had to stop in this area, let the airplanes land or take off. Then they would have driven across the runway and continued on up to the North Shore. If on the left, look underneath these big trees over here. See the small hills? Those hills are leftovers or remnants of where the hangars for that P-38 would have been built. So what they did here on the left, cut a U-shape into the base of the mountain. They put a roof over the top of it. It would have backed the airplanes to those hangars. About maybe 15 to 20 airplane hangars are all built along this left-hand side. Now, any guess how old the trees are that we're driving underneath? The trees you saw to the right here? They're less than 75 years old. And I know that because it's really hard to land an airplane if there's a tree in the runway. These trees are called monkey pod. They get the name from the seed. That seed curls up, looks like a monkey's tail. That's where the name monkey pod comes from. All the ones out here are planted for the shade of the cattle, horses on the ranch. But they do use them in a lot of wood carvings. For you guys that are checking at the ticket office today, the beautiful countertop there, made out of a monkey pod tree that's found on the ranch. Also throughout Hawaii, in the gift shops, you look at the wood carving, the plate, the cups, the bowls. A lot of the stuff you find in the big gift shops is now carved out of the monkey pod tree. As I make the corner, start heading up the hill, start seeing some of the smaller bunkers left over from World War II, also known as pillboxes. There's about 15 of these small pillboxes on the ranch today. Most of them can be found here on the northern side of the ranch. In fact, the very first one you're going to see, right as I get to the top of the hill, you're be on the right-hand side of the bus. This first on the right, also going to be the smallest pillbox you see on any of the tours you guys end up going on. So look at the long grass. You just start seeing the concrete top over there. The side that we're on right now has a window. If you walk around to the other side of it, that's where the door is. Once you enter in, there's a ladder. It goes about 15 feet down into the ground and then opens up to a great big room that's underneath. From the top side, you'll get a little bit better photo of it. From up here, you see where the door used to be. There's a couple hinges that haven't rusted off of it totally. And directly across from my door, see that concrete set of stairs right there? That's another way to get down into that pillbox. Now they've also introduced a lot of fruit trees in Hawii. A lot of those fruit trees can be found growing wild here on the ranch. Our valleys, mango trees, guava trees, passion fruit vines, all growing wild. Pretty much the thing I'm pointing out growing wild to you guys, starting to come up here. Skinny tree on the right, that's the papaya tree. Now there's only a few small papayas growing off of that one. But I'll take you through an area a little bit later where the ranch is now commercially growing papayas. So 3 more of the smaller pillboxes here on the right. The first one, that would have been used as a lookout to look over the Pacific Ocean. Remember the trees? You wouldn't have been here, so you would have had a nice view. The middle one, that would have housed ammunition for the last one from the right. Now there's one more on the left. I'm going to pause so you guys get a picture of the one on the left too. This one on the left, you'll notice is built back into the mountain about 10 to 12 feet. This one is an old pumping station. So there are a couple old motors or pumps in this one. All the other small ones you're going to see throughout the tour today, pretty much just empty concrete rooms now. So about a half dozen more of those as we head up the hill. The largest bunker that is on the ranch today is called Battery Cooper. Battery Cooper, the headquarters for the military, why they were here on property. They chose this area and Kualoa Ranch for a couple reasons. If you remember your history, about 10 minutes prior to the attack on Pearl Harbor, the entrance to Kaneohe Marine Corps Base attack, Battery Cooper, sits a little bit higher on the hill, overlooks the entrance to the Marine Corps Base. So it has a nice view of an invading or attacking army that might have been coming back from the island. Now when I get to the top of the hill, I'm going to stop at Battery Cooper. So you guys can go in and check out some of the stuff we have in there. The first thing you're going to notice about it is going to be from the outside. There are 3 separate entrances. The first entrance and the last entrance are the main ones. They're quite a bit larger. In front of those, you're going to walk across a big circle that's paved over. That circle would house a 6-inch rapid fire gun at a firing range of about 15 miles. So that gun was added protection for the Marine Corps base. The middle entrance you're going to see quite a bit smaller. That would have housed the diesel engine that powered everything inside of Battery Cooper. Also from the middle entrance, there is another pillbox 7 stories up the mountain. You'll be able to see that one once you guys step away from the bus. Now once I stop, you go almost 120 feet back in the mountain. The first stuff you're going to see inside, some of the military stuff. Great photos of the ranch during World War II. Some of the runway that airplanes landed on. My favorite thing, a floor plan. It's going to show you what each different room was used for. The back half has the movie and television show stuff. There is room has lost of it. Movie posters, photos of movies that they're filming here, and some of the props they left over. Now you're going to see about 25 to 30 movie posters. That's for a lot of big ones. One of my favorite movies that they don't have a poster for that filmed on the ranch. You guys ever watch Snakes on a Plane? So the first minute of that movie is on the road run. TV shows like Magnify Eye, Fantasy Island, Gilligan's Island, ER, The Amazing Race, The Biggest Loser, all have done stuff here at the ranch. Now we're going to have about 15 to 20 minutes for you guys to go to check everything out. As you guys get off the bus, feel free to step out here and do photos of my front yard. After you get photos of my front yard, head into Battery Cooper. You're going to go in, the set of doors that's here on my left. You're going to walk around in a 180, and I'll pick you up on the other side down there. So take your time, guys. Get some nice photos, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
Hello everybody, Apricot God here, and today I'm in another Hawaii video, and we are doing like some sort of tour up this mountain. Good. Perfect picture. It's good, isn't it? Finally found out
how far people are out there paddleboarding. How the hell did they get there? There's a guy paddleboarding out there.
Yeah, let's see.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah. Oh. That's what? I'm still doing mine, so you have to wait. Well, you have to wait till I finish. We're now going into this like
That's cool. Bill's right there. See?
So that gun there was where that circle is. The big one there. Mum.
That's right there is that big Oh, look at the ghost job.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Alright. Dunk it.
Look in there, that is the floor. And look in there.
No, no.
Whoa, look at the door that was in the wall. I don't know how that survived.
And the shovel.
It doesn't actually do that one. What's this? What's this job?
Rand
Grand Maria.
some sort of like
I think it's actually great.
lost.
This is where we are. And
This is like the landscape.
wait, is this where they planned everything?
This is me. Go on, good.
Might have been, they might have used something like this to plan.
Yeah, they would have had a big map. They had a big map.
I thought you said this is where they ate their Big Macs.
Not a big map.
Oh, I love Big Mac right now.
Whoa! Yeah, I wouldn't
See
like to
beds.
sleep in here.
Be uncomfortable.
Yeah, you get fishing.
Karate kid. Karate. Look at all these people. Put some clothes on, please. Your boobs are hanging out. Look, King Kong Skull Island. Your bones and stuff. Whoa, come in here. I've seen that. It's cool. Guys, Josh, Amelia, Josh, Joel. Come here. A bunch of bones.
Whoa!
In the Kong movie.
Joe!
You,
Bunch of bones from the corn. They're fake, aren't they?
I knew it was. Gorilla. Mighty Joe Young. Journey. Oh, these are just Journey 2s. Oh, Godzilla. Godzilla. And his name is Godzilla. I've seen that. Are these real? No, they're not. What is that? Godzilla. It's Jurassic World or Jurassic Park or something. Look at this. It's a dinosaur egg, guys. It's a real dinosaur egg. No, it's skin. It's made of plastic. That does not sound good.
Chuck, these are the big eggs from the journey.
51st date. Long King Kong. T-Rex. Indominus Rex. Aw, poor old people. Oh, because I can't walk. It's not very exciting. Oh, there. Lost. Looses. Don't buy anything. Gyrosphere. I see you.
Sounding excited.
So guys, I'm also recording here and I'll come back later. Here's another gun spot. Picture from Jurassic World.
Open up.
There you go. Hop in the back.
Go, 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 go. You mean up in the trailer. Like, why the heck
This
is
gear shift. Let's go. Come on, Josh, quickly. 3, 2, 1. Jump in. Oh, they got dune buggies. Yeah.
I literally just climbed.
Look at this. How beautiful that is. So beautiful.
Hawii that was purchased by the family that owns it today. Purchased in 1860 for about $4,000. Just over 2,000 acres on this side. We use this valley for a lot of big sporting events. The biggest sporting event we do every year is called the Spartan Race. You ever heard of Spartan races? So they're obstacle courses. They do them all over the world. We held ours last month and had about 10,000 people in this valley. If you guys look over to the left, all the way to the very back of the valley, spot the top mountains back there. This is on your test at the end of the tour, so don't forget it. Ready? The name of that mountain back there is Pu'u'ohulehule. Pretty close. The easy way to say it, Mighty Joe Young's mountain. So if you guys watched the movie Mighty Joe Young, comes a lot of it at the very back of the valley. That peak back there, 2,265 feet at the very top, making it the tallest peak on the ranch. Now, if you were to translate Pu'u'ohulehule, the literal translation is the meeting together or the crashing together of two waves. You look at that on the front of me, the one behind me, follow the ridge line down, they end up meeting in the very back of the valley. If you over here see this little guy right here, this is a moai, generally found on Rapa Nui or Easter Island. This was brought to the ranch for a special done by the National Geographic Channel. They were testing to see how they would move. Most people think they were laid on the back of logs, rolled into place, and then stood upright. The professor that did studies for this one moved it the way it's standing. They tied ropes around its head, they walked it back and forth into place. This moai here is made out of concrete, so it weighs about 10,000 pounds. So it is a recreation. It's still very, very heavy. The name of the special, Walking with Giants. If you go on the internet, you can watch about a 10-minute clip of how they do this. If you look over on the right, see this black tarp area? It's not what you guys think it is. They're growing orchids over there, not the other stuff. So there's an orchid farm down the right-hand side. This middle section, that's cacao. You guys know what cacao is? That's where chocolate comes from. So there's chocolate growing in the middle there. There's bananas and papayas. So that's pretty much our agriculture department down in this area. Now, as we come up here, we go through our next little area. We're gonna hit a pretty big movie site. You guys all seen the original Jurassic Park?
Yes.
You guys know how old that movie is? It's almost 25 years old. So it was filmed in 1992, released in 1993. In 92, Hurricane Iniki went over the island of Hawii and destroyed all the sets they had built. So they came and finished filming here at the ranch. The most famous scenes done in that movie, the kids are here in our valley talking to Professor Sam Neill. All the small Gallimimus dinosaurs start stampeding down the hill. The kids, they run down the hill, they take cover behind a great big dead tree, and all the Gallimimus dinosaurs jump over the top of it. What's on the left is what the ranch likes to call the most famous dead tree in Hawaii. So this is another scheduled stop for us to get off the bus. As you guys get off the bus up here, watch your step. It is a dirt road. There's a couple great photo opportunities for you guys. If you're on social media, you want to show everybody your cool little ranch, there's a great picture to the right. And then there's obviously great pictures of the dead tree. Now, if you want help taking pictures, I take about 5,000 photos of the dead tree every week. So I take a lot of photos. If you want, just ask me. Hand me a camera, hand me a cell phone, and I'll do some pictures for you. We got plenty of time. Please do not wander too far away from the bus, because I don't want the dinosaurs to eat you. But we'll get you guys some nice photos out in this area.
Yeah. Oh, no, I remember that scene.
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys want the whole package?
So, did you hear?
I did the first one.
Because the first time he was over by the taro and the bananas.
Okay, go right here first. Right by the... Yeah.
But this time he was like by Alai Ula.
Oh, you... Oh, yeah, yeah.
He was gone.
Okay, now walk around the backside.
That log was in Jurassic Park. Come back later.